What do you guys use to predict the Oscars?
Emily, it's great to be here, and thanks for having me back. It's a good place to start. There are really 5 things that we look at anytime we're making a prediction. 1, social media, and 2, the betting markets, and that helps us capture the wisdom of the crowd. We also look at the nominees' previous wins and nominations, and then also the Guild Awards leading up to this year's Academy, as well as other awards like the Critics' Choice and Golden Globes.
So, Best Picture, you're saying 12 Years a Slave. What about Gravity?
You know, it is definitely the most exciting race because it's a toss-up. The thing that happened this year is that they really split down the middle those key awards leading up to the Oscars, and most importantly, they tied for the PGAs. And the PGA, the Producers Guild Award, is the most important predictor of who's going to win. So it's anyone's guess at this point.
Now, John, what do people in Hollywood think about a company using big data to predict the most coveted award in your territory?
I mean, I think it's pretty incredible technology, and it is true that it's tough to say this year between 12 Years a Slave and Gravity and American Hustle who will walk away with the Best Picture award. The studios, though, generally bet on newspaper ads. I mean, they spend millions of dollars on them because at the end of the day, it's not really what the crowd thinks, it's what a few thousand people who vote on these movies think. It's a very subjective process. This is kind of an objective way of measuring a very subjective game.
All right, Michael, let's run through them. Best Director. Who's going to win?
Alfonso Cuarón for Gravity, no doubt. And people often ask me, you know, where do you agree or disagree with your model's predictions? I'm 100% behind Cuarón here. Sandra Bullock throughout the movie talked about how space made her queasy all the time. And I got to tell you, I get a little motion sick just pushing my kids at the playground on the swing. And I felt great throughout that whole movie. So that's a technical feat in and of itself.
I thought it was spectacular myself as well. Okay, Best Actor. You guys are saying Matthew McConaughey. What about Leo? He's the crowd favorite.
And that's absolutely true. And to your other guest's point, you know, he's blowing up social media, and no doubt he's the crowd favorite, but the numbers are not behind him. Those key awards leading up to the Oscars that really reflect how those small group of voters are going to react are all going for Matthew McConaughey. So we're definitely 100% behind that pick.
Matthew McConaughey's performance, I would say, was, you know, almost shocking. I didn't know he had that in him. John, you know, what are they saying in Hollywood about Matthew versus Leo?
Yeah, no, I think he's in a great spot. I think he's in a great spot. If I was going to bet on the Oscars, I would bet on McConaughey, and I think that's a great. You know, there are certain studios that can be in a position to benefit from some of these smaller films, and that gets back to like who benefits from these. In that case, he definitely benefits, as does, you know, the studio.
And Best Actress, Michael, you guys are going for Cate Blanchett, Blue Jasmine.
Yeah, Blue Jasmine, you know, she's definitely the front runner here. It's a packed race with Meryl Streep, Amy Adams, Dame Judi Dench, a lot of people that have been there before. But Cate Blanchett definitely has the edge with all of the wins that she's picked up in the award season.
And Best Supporting Actor, Jared Leto.
You know, it's really interesting. He hasn't made a movie in 5 years. He's been focusing on his music career, and all of a sudden comes back and gives an incredibly compelling performance in Dallas Buyers Club. The critics love him. Everybody loves him, and I think he's got this one wrapped up.